Have you ever found yourself caught in that uncertain space, wondering if she's just being friendly or if there's something more beneath the surface? Maybe she laughs at your jokes too much, finds excuses to be near you, or holds eye contact a second longer than usual. But does that mean she's genuinely interested, or is she simply being polite? This is where most men get stuck, overanalyzing every interaction, fearing they might misread the situation and make a move too soon, or worse, miss their chance entirely. The truth is that women communicate attraction in incredibly subtle ways. Through body language, micro-expressions, and subconscious cues that most men overlook. These aren't the obvious movie-style gestures of affection. They're delicate, almost imperceptible signals that serve as a green light if you know how to read them. And if you don't, well, you might be walking away from opportunities without even realizing it. In today's video, we're breaking down the psychology of female attraction, the unspoken signs that tell you with certainty when she truly desires you. We'll explore the hidden messages in her gestures, voice, and even how she positions herself around you. So stay with me until the end, because by the time we're done, you'll never second-guess yourself again. You'll know exactly when the moment is right and how to respond confidently. Let's dive in. Men often wonder why women don't simply say what they want, why they seem to dance around attraction rather than stating it outright. The truth is that women instinctively avoid appearing too quickly. They are wired to protect their perceived value and to ensure they are not judged for being too available. A woman who openly expresses desire risks being seen as lacking standards, and deep down, she knows that attraction grows when there is a sense of pursuit. She prefers that a man take the lead, proving his patience and persistence before she fully reveals her interest. Evolutionary psychology explains this as a mechanism of sexual selection. Women across history have been the gatekeepers of intimacy, filtering out men who lack commitment or self-control. Beyond biology, culture reinforces this indirect approach. Even in modern societies where women are encouraged to be more independent, the unspoken rules remain. A woman who is too direct about her desires may fear being labeled reckless or unserious. Instead of expressing interest in words, she communicates through subtler signals. Her body language, the way she tilts her head, the softness in her voice, the prolonged eye contact that lingers just a second too long. She won't tell a man outright that she wants him, but her actions will betray her true feelings. The problem is that most men fail to recognize these cues. They either move too fast, misinterpreting politeness for attraction, or hesitate too long, missing the moment she signals them to make a move. A man who understands these unspoken signals holds a distinct advantage. He doesn't wait for words, he reads between the lines. He notices when she plays with her hair, leans in just a little closer, and touches his arm unnecessarily when her voice becomes softer and more playful. He recognizes when her laughter is genuine, and when her presence lingers, even after the conversation should have ended. These are the moments when she speaks without speaking, testing whether he is perceptive enough to see what most men miss. She won't say, "I want you right now," but if he watches closely, he will know. And the man who understands this language moves differently. He doesn't need confirmation. He doesn't seek verbal validation. He simply acts with quiet confidence, responding to what she already wants but won't say aloud. 1. Seductive eye contact. Attraction often begins before a single word is spoken. A woman's eyes can reveal interest, curiosity, and even desire long before she makes a move. Most men are so focused on what to say that they miss the signals right before them. but those who understand the power of eye contact know that it can speak louder than words. When a woman holds your gaze for more than a few seconds, especially when no one else is around, she is doing more than just looking. Communicate. That extra moment of connection is an invitation, a silent test to see if you are confident enough to hold the moment without breaking away. Some signals are more subtle but just as revealing. When a woman looks down and back up at you, it is a shy yet undeniably flirtatious gesture. It suggests intrigue, a mix of playfulness and vulnerability, as if she allows you to see a part of her that she doesn't show to anyone. Another undeniable sign of attraction is how her eyes light up when she looks at you. Dilated pupils, a biological response to excitement and interest, betray her emotions even when she tries to hide them. If you notice her eyes sparkling when she speaks to you, take it as a sign that she is drawn to your presence. A genuinely engaged woman often accentuates her eye contact with minor unconscious gestures. A quick bite or lick of the lips while maintaining eye contact is one of the most instinctual signs of attraction. It is subtle, effortless, and speaks to a deeper level of desire that words cannot capture. Many men overlook these cues, second-guessing themselves or assuming they are imagining things. But the truth is, women rarely give these signals by accident. When a woman repeatedly locks eyes with you, lets her gaze linger, and pairs it with soft, inviting gestures, she waits for you to recognize the moment. The difference between a man who succeeds in attraction and one who doesn't is his ability to recognize and respond to these nonverbal cues confidently. The mistake many men make is breaking eye contact too quickly out of nervousness, looking away as if they are unworthy of the attention. However, a man who understands his value meets her gaze with steady, calm assurance. He does not look away first. He holds the moment, allowing tension to build naturally. He understands that eye contact is not just about looking, but about feeling. It is about creating a connection without speaking, about making her wonder what is behind that unwavering gaze. Women are drawn to men who can handle the intensity of eye contact and recognize their signals without explicit confirmation. A confident man does not ask if she is interested. He already knows. He reads her eyes, senses the energy in the space between them, and responds with certainty. He does not rush to fill the silence with words. He allows the moment to linger, build, and pull her in. This is the essence of seduction. Not force, not persuasion, but a deep understanding of the silent language of attraction. 2. Touching herself or you. A woman's words can be guarded, filtered, or misleading, but her body rarely lies. When she is drawn to a man, her physical behavior reveals it in subtle yet unmistakable ways. Most men spend too much time analyzing what she says, searching for hidden meanings in texts or conversations, while missing the most evident signs: how she touches herself or him when they are together. When a woman is physically attracted to a man, her body naturally moves in ways that invite closeness. She might absent-mindedly play with her hair, stroke her neck, or touch her lips as she talks, especially if the conversation becomes more personal or intimate. These small gestures are not random. They are subconscious signals that she is engaged, excited, and perhaps even imagining the possibility of something more. In a private setting, she may rest her hand on her thigh, subtly drawing attention to her body without making it obvious. A comfortable and interested woman creates an energy that makes physical connection feel natural. The most influential sign, however, is when she touches him. Attraction seeks proximity. If a woman keeps finding excuses to make physical contact, brushing his hand, tapping his arm, adjusting his collar, she signals a desire to be closer. These touches are rarely accidental. They are tests, invitations, and unspoken confessions of attraction. A light touch on the forearm, a playful nudge, or even a simple moment of lingering contact says more than any words could. If she touches him without a real reason, it is one of the most substantial signs that she wants to close the gap between them. A man who understands these cues never needs to ask, "Does she like me?" The answer is how she moves, lingers, and finds excuses to touch. Instead of overanalyzing her words, he simply observes. He recognizes the silent language of attraction, and when he sees the signs, he knows exactly what they mean. 3. Open body language. A woman's words may be careful and calculated, but her body rarely lies. When drawn to a man, her subconscious takes over, revealing signs of attraction that she may not even be aware of. Understanding these subtle cues gives a man an edge. Not to manipulate, but to recognize when interest is naturally present. A woman who leans in while talking to you isn't just engaging in conversation. She is closing the distance, instinctively seeking to be nearer. The closer she gets, the more comfortable she feels. If she maintains space, if her body angles away rather than toward you, it's a sign of indifference or hesitation. One of the strongest yet most overlooked signals of attraction is how she exposes vulnerable areas of her body. When a woman tilts her head slightly, revealing the curve of her neck, or lets her wrist rest openly in your view, she is unconsciously signaling trust. These are areas linked to both physical and emotional vulnerability. She wouldn't expose them unless she felt at ease. If her posture remains guarded, her arms stay crossed, or her hands are always hidden, she instinctively protects herself, signaling emotional distance. Physical proximity is another undeniable indicator. A woman interested in you will often close the gap without realizing it. She may step closer than necessary during the conversation, brush against you lightly in passing, or stand within your personal space without discomfort. This is no accident. When a woman is drawn to someone, her body naturally seeks connection. But if she keeps a rigid boundary and subtly shifts away when you get closer, her body sends a different message: disinterest or hesitation. A man who understands these silent signals never needs to guess where he stands. He doesn't rely solely on words, which can be misleading, nor does he waste energy chasing uncertain interests. Instead, he observes. He notices how she positions herself, how her body reacts in his presence, and how she unconsciously closes the space between them. And in doing so, he moves confidently, responding only to genuine attraction, never forcing what isn't there. 4. Voice and the way she talks. Attraction isn't always about what a woman says, it's often about how she says it. Her voice is one of the most revealing indicators of her feelings, shifting in nearly impossible ways to fake. When she's drawn to you, her tone softens, her speech slows, and the rhythm of her words begins to mirror yours. It's an unconscious signal, a biological response she doesn't even realize she's giving. A woman's voice is not just a tool for communication, it's a window into her emotion. Pay close attention when she speaks. If her voice drops into a deeper, more sensual tone, it's a sign she's engaged in the moment with you. She creates intimacy without touching you when she says, more softly than usual, almost inviting you to lean in closer. And when her speech matches your rhythm, it's a powerful sign of natural connection. She's syncing with you subconsciously. Women don't consciously decide to change their voice. It happens instinctively when they feel attraction. Think about it. When a woman is indifferent, her voice is steady, casual, even distant. But when she's interested, her words carry warmth, her tone carries emotion, and her delivery carries intent. You can hear the shift if you know what to listen for. It's the difference between polite conversation and genuine desire. A woman may hide her feelings in words, but her voice tells the truth. If you ever wonder where you stand with her, don't just focus on what she says. Listen to how she says it. Her voice will reveal more than her words ever could. 5. Creating opportunities for you to make a move. A woman who is genuinely interested in you will never make things unnecessarily complicated. She won't leave you in the dark, force you to decode mixed signals, or make you feel like you're chasing a ghost. Instead, she will create opportunities, subtle but unmistakable openings that invite you to make a move. A man who understands this doesn't waste time overanalyzing. He recognizes these signals for what they are and acts accordingly. When a woman wants you, she finds reasons to extend the night. She doesn't check the time anxiously or rush to say goodbye. Instead, she lingers, making small comments that leave the door open. "Are you heading home right away?" Or, "I don't feel like going home yet." These are not just casual remarks, they are invitations, gentle but intentional hints that she wants to spend more time with you. A man who is paying attention doesn't hesitate. He responds with confidence, leading the interaction naturally. Sometimes her signals are even more apparent. She might suggest going somewhere private, inviting you inside after a date, mentioning that her place is nearby, or finding an excuse to bring you into her space. She may ask if you want to grab another drink, even when it's late. This isn't about being polite. It's about creating an opportunity for something more to happen. A man who understands female psychology knows that attraction thrives on momentum. When she makes it easy, he doesn't stall or overthink. He takes the lead. The biggest mistake a man can make is ignoring or doubting these signs. Many men hesitate, second-guessing a woman's intentions out of fear of misreading the situation. But attraction is rarely complicated. If she wants you, she will show it. If she's creating opportunities, she's waiting for you to step in. A man who understands this never asks, "Does she like me?" He already knows. And because he knows, he moves with certainty, turning potential into reality. 6. Bringing up sensual topics. Many men struggle to read signals when talking to a woman, missing key moments where the attraction is being communicated. One of the most substantial signs that a woman is interested is when she introduces sensual topics into the conversation. Women do not casually joke about intimate subjects with men. They see them as friends. If she makes a playful remark like, "What kind of guy do you think women like in bed?" she tests the waters, gauging your confidence, and subtly invites a flirtatious exchange. This is not an accident. It is a signal, a green light that most men fail to recognize. A woman will not ask these kinds of questions unless she feels some level of attraction or curiosity. It is her way of making the interaction more exciting, seeing if you can match her energy without becoming awkward or overly eager. If she suggestively compliments your body, "Do you work out? With muscles like that, I bet a lot of girls like you." She is not just making small talk. Seeing how you handle that shift, she directs the conversation into a more intimate space. The worst thing a man can do in this moment is downplay it, get nervous, or brush it off with self-deprecation. That kills the tension instantly. A confident man understands that this is an opportunity, not a trap. He does not get flustered. He does not act overly excited as if this is the first time a woman has flirted with him. Instead, he stays composed, responds with a knowing smirk, and keeps the energy playful. If she makes a teasing remark, he leans into it, not by becoming explicit, but by subtly escalating. The key is maintaining control, acknowledging her flirtation without overreacting. Women test men in these moments, looking for those who can hold their own. A man who confidently handles sensual topics without hesitation signals that he is experienced, emotionally secure, and unfazed by female attention. This kind of conversation is not just about words, it is about subtext, tone, and the unspoken tension that builds in the exchange. Women are drawn to men who can create and maintain that tension. If you respond correctly, you shift the interaction from casual to charged with attraction. A woman who starts down this path invites you to meet her at that level. The question is, will you recognize it when it happens? And more importantly, will you know what to do next? 7. Getting slightly jealous when you give attention to another girl. When a woman is physically interested in you, her emotions often reveal more than her words. One of the most apparent indicators is a subtle shift in her behavior when you give attention to another woman. It's not the kind of jealousy that leads to dramatic outbursts or arguments. It's something much more instinctive, almost playful, yet impossible to ignore. She may frown slightly, tease you, or comment lightheartedly to remind you she's paying attention. This isn't an accident. It's her way of signaling that she values your attention and doesn't want to lose it. Sometimes her actions speak louder than words. She might suddenly become more physically affectionate, grabbing your arm, leaning in closer, or finding tiny excuses to touch you. This isn't just casual contact. It's a subconscious way of asserting her position, a silent message to you and any other woman in the room that she is present and engaged. If she weren't interested, she wouldn't care. But when a woman feels attraction, even the slightest perceived threat can trigger her competitive instincts. The key is to recognize this dynamic without overreacting. If you respond with desperation or immediately shift all your attention back to her, you lose the very energy that created the reaction in the first place. A man who understands his value remains composed. He acknowledges her response but doesn't let it dictate his behavior. He enjoys the moment, stays relaxed, and maintains the same steady confidence that drew her in from the beginning. Women are drawn to men who don't chase approval and hold their ground effortlessly. And when she senses that you are a man who cannot be easily swayed, her desire for you only intensifies. When should you make a move? Many men hesitate when moving, unsure if the timing is right. Some wait too long and lose the moment, while others rush in and make a woman uncomfortable. The key is understanding when she is genuinely interested and acting with confidence. Women rarely express attraction in direct words. Instead, they communicate through subtle signals, body language, eye contact, and how they respond to your presence. If she displays multiple signs of interest, chances are high that she desires you. She might lean in closer when you speak, subtly mirroring your movements without realizing it. Her eye contact lingers a little longer than usual, and when she laughs, it feels natural, as if she genuinely enjoys your presence. She may touch her hair, adjust her clothing, or find small reasons for physical contact. When a woman is attracted to you, she doesn't resist when you move closer. She welcomes it. If you find her engaging in these behaviors, hesitation is your enemy. Confidence is key. However, confidence does not mean aggression. The most prominent mistake men make is misreading signals and forcing a moment that isn't there. She may not be comfortable if she leans away, crosses her arms, or avoids prolonged contact. The right move is always a balance between self-assurance and awareness. You don't wait forever, but you don't push forward blindly. When a woman feels safe and intrigued, she will let you know in ways that don't require over-analysis. Trust your instincts, but trust the dynamic between you and her. Attraction is not built on logic, it's felt in the rhythm of the interaction, in the way the conversation flows effortlessly, in the way she subtly encourages you to come closer. If you move with certainty yet remain attuned to her comfort, you'll never need to guess when to move. The answer is always there, you must know how to see it. At the core of attraction lies an undeniable truth. Women rarely say exactly what they want, but always show it. If you can recognize the subtle signals, her lingering eye contact, the way she plays with her hair, the softness in her voice, or how she leans in closer when talking to you, you unlock a whole new level of confidence and success in your interactions. The biggest mistake most men make is waiting for explicit words instead of ignoring what's communicated non-verbally. Women are wired to send hints, test a man's ability to read between the lines, and gauge whether he has the confidence to take the next step. If you hesitate and ignore the cues, the moment might pass, and with it, the opportunity. But here's the good news. Once you train yourself to notice these behaviors, you will never be uncertain again. You'll know exactly when a woman is interested, when she's inviting you to make a move, and when she's giving you the green light. The power of observation and understanding body language gives you an edge over 90% of men. Those who remain oblivious, second-guessing themselves, or missing signals completely. So the next time you're with a woman, pay attention. Is she holding eye contact just a second too long? Is she touching you more than necessary? Is she subtly steering the conversation towards something more intimate? If so, the door is open. You just need the confidence to walk through it. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed these signals in real life? Have you ever missed an opportunity because you didn't recognize them in time? Share your experiences in the comments below so we can all learn from each other. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you found this video helpful. Hence, you never miss out on valuable insights about dating, attraction, and the psychology of women. There's so much more to uncover, and I can't wait to explore it with you in the following video.